You know what's hilarious? I'm on Twitter and I'm looking at all this stuff, and I happen to see Doug Ford's older daughter. I didn't even know he had an older daughter. I know he had kids, but I didn't know they were way up there in age. She's in her 30s, right? And I'm like, oh man, she's gonna say something for everything that her father's trying, for everything her father's pushing. But yet I was surprised. I'm like, I like her. Not in a way of like, oh my lord, I gotta go to her house and, play around, you know what I mean? She married to a cop, but point being is people take it the wrong way. But anyway, listen to what she has to say. Okay, give me 1 minute.
As we could have all expected, the Liberal government won last night with a minority government, just wasting our tax dollars like they absolutely love to do, and stripping our freedoms away one day at a time. So just remember to go and thank the Liberal when we go down.
She right, man.
A new world order.
She mentioned the same thing I've mentioned. That's exactly where we are. That's exactly where we're heading. We're in what I would like to call Chinada. China and Canada put together. We're going to end up like a communist country, which is horrendous. It's baby steps. Right now they got this stupid passport, and I'll show you something after the video.
And while we're at it, I might as well start talking about the CV. Does anyone question why the government does not want to release any of their research? Is anyone questioning why Israel their studies are finding that natural immunity is 13 to plus times more effective than the V's? Is anyone questioning that, or are you just going to line up and get your booster shots in 3 months? Anyone do their research yesterday when I posted the New York Times independent studies that showed that in September of 2020, when very few people had the V in their system, that deaths were actually lower than in September of 2021, when apparently a very large portion of the global population has been double dosed. Is anyone asking any questions? Why aren't we asking questions? Why are more people dying now? Is it because the strain is really that more deadly? Because all of the research behind the strains show that they're more contagious, but they're not as deadly. Guys, start asking questions. I know many of my friends took their two and done, and I respect that.
She makes a very good point coming up. I want you to listen.
But you have to start asking questions now. Why are the two and done people stuck in a different country because they tested positive for CV? Isn't the V supposed to prevent you from getting CV in the first place? And even if you do test positive, what is the benefit of taking the V if you still need to quarantine in that country because you've tested positive? Where's the benefit for the people who did do their 2 shots, they did listen to the government, and now they're stuck in a different country because they tested positive? That puts them in a no different spot than me, who I'm not following the rules of doing this. So what's the benefit? What's the benefit if you can't travel, if you happen to test positive, you can't even come home?
So I want you to think about what she just said at the end of that video. If you test positive for something, you can't come home. You're screwed to come. It's crazy. But anyway, I want to show you something, if I can find it. Hold on. Those deaths you see are mainly, I don't know how to explain it. Mainly people that died of other causes, is what I'll say, as I can't say too much. I don't want to say too much, but I don't. This hasn't caused that many people to die. As I said before, I've been to the hospitals around the city a few times for personal reasons. Nothing. So as you see here too, you got them clamping down harder and harder and harder on us. Okay? This is what Trudeau wants. If Doug Ford said he didn't want to do something, I knew eventually he was going to do it, because money talks, BS walks. For what does it profit a man to gain the whole world yet forfeit his soul, which is where Doug Ford went. Now, I don't believe anything politicians say about, oh, we're not going to do this, we're not going to do that. Give it time. If it ain't money, it's coercion. If it's not coercion, it's money. If it's not that, it'll be something else. Blackmail, anything. But some of these people are complying because it's biblical prophecy. He causes all great and small, free and bond, to receive the mark on their right hand and forehead. Now, I'm not saying this is the mark. It's right next door. But they are trying to do something to people so that there's less of us to go against the narrative of what they're doing. So, as an example, look how scared people are. Oh my goodness. Ontario V-Receipt site not working on first day of new passport system. You know why? Because they've scared everybody. Everyone freak out. Oh my goodness. I didn't get it. I gotta go get it. Oh gosh. Okay. I got it. Okay. Cool. Cool. I got it. Yeah. Sorry about that. However, oh my goodness, freak out. So everyone go get their thing, and now everyone's freaking out because, oh no, that you didn't see this coming? Really? It always happens. Everyone's freaking out. Everyone does, well, not everyone. Most people go do what they're supposed to do because the daddy gov is telling you, oh, in order for you to gain some of the freedom you had before, you have to do this. And I've said this a million times. I am not taking anything that gives me my freedom back. I'm losing freedom I once had. So if I get this, then I get my freedom back. Eh? I'm a prisoner on a freaking planet. I'm in a prison planet. And eventually they'll start clamping down more and more and more. And they'll keep telling you, oh, this works and that works because people are doing this and that. And I'm thinking to myself, bruh, I've been asked several times and I still won't do it. I don't have a deadline for anything. I'm not doing nothing. Like I told you guys before, the only reason people are not bothering me now is because they said, okay, you know what? Maybe I'll get it when I see the trials are finished and they lift the emergency authorized thing, right? Because that's what they're still using. There's still an emergency in effect. If they're still using these things, then there's still an emergency according to them. Personally, when it first started, like I told you, it freaked me out a little bit. And then I started using discernment because, I would go outside to the stores and stuff to buy food, and there was lineups and stuff, whatever. But there was no one dropping. There was no one coughing. Like, I cough every so often. People look at it. Like, now when you cough, it's like, oh, goodness, stay 20 feet away from there. He just coughed. Bruh, I just cough. Like a normal thing that any human being would do. And I'm like, I woke up after about a week. And I'm like, this is some bull crap. And then as I started leaving it and letting it be, and I'm like, okay, so let's see where this goes. I'll leave it for a couple of months. Let's see where this goes. And lo and behold, I figured out that this led into the New World Order. They are clamping down a lot. And I've asked the same damn question a few times. What non-V ever prevented somebody from proving they had it? If you know what I mean. If you don't get it, like say the flu shot. Some people get the flu shot. I've had the flu shot at least once, right? So we get the flu shot. You don't have to prove that thing to go into a Burger King to sit down and eat and have some food. Now, yes, I do eat out. It does happen because you get lazy. But now it's like when you go to these places, you can't sit and order. Like, you can order the food online, but you can't sit in the restaurant and eat it no more. And I'll be back a little bit later with more content about this because this is crazy. Everyone's lost their damn mind. Comment, like, subscribe.